What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Best Women's Boxing Show, period. I am Cynthia Conte.
And I am Giandra LaBeouf, and we are kind of on a roll. We're back to filming regularly like we have been. So it's good to be back in the rotation. And even though boxing can be leaving much to be desired some of these days, but we in here. We in here.
Well, when you say boxing leaving us, we always know about what's going on in boxing, in the boxing world currently, but not a lot of people know about the boxing history. And Jay, let me just tell you, I looked into the boxing history of what happened on this day, and I researched something. And when I say I take notes, I take notes. Okay, I want to see your reaction. This actually happened 1893. And shame on you, Google. I'm going to call you out, Google, because you guys said it happened October 28th, 1893. Bull honky. It really actually happened April something. But I found this quite interesting. The title was The Longest Grueling Boxing Fight in History. It went 7 hours and 19 minutes, over 110 rounds before the fight was declared a no contest.
What the hell?
Was
it? I can't even ask if it was like a charity thing because it's 1893. Like,
18,
what were
they don't know. It was like bare knuckle boxing. So it was a guy named Andy Bowen, the Iron Man of the South, versus Jack Burke, the Texas Cyclone. This all happened in New Orleans. And in 1890, that's when sanctioned gloved boxing was allowed. And it happened at the Olympic Club in New Orleans. First of all, I didn't even know you could go that long. It went from 9 p.m. till the following day. The ref had to even tag himself out in the 80th round, 80th, because he was tired. He tag teamed another ref. He's like, I can't do it.
And did they get a dinner break?
No, and that's the thing. They were like wailing and they were just known for, just having these backyard brawls, bare knuckle type of things. But these gloves, it's not like the gloves that we're used to. The guy, Andy Bowen, he broke his hand, of course, shattered his hands, and one of his bones was even still protruding, and they were still fighting.
Well, damn. That, right? I like the timing of this. Shout out to our Dodgers who went like 374 innings last night to win Game 3 of the World Series. So the timing of this is really perfect.
Yeah, right. And I was telling Dimitri that I go, this is such a long game because in 2018, I remember watching a Dodgers game. I'm like, God, get someone just already score. It's like midnight. I'm tired. But yeah, so the purse, get this. Okay, 1898. The purse was $2,500.
Oh, that probably was big
ass. It was a lot then.
Back then. That probably was
a lot.
A lot of money, and like 2 goats and a cow too.
Oh, and it had a belt for the lightweight champion of the South. So
that's crazy. I know the WCBC is mad they couldn't get in on that one and make a commemorative belt. It's early beginnings.
They put 2 goats in a cow.
Imagine it's goats, but not the goats that we know, not Muhammad Ali, but like an actual Billy goat around the belt.
So yeah, I found that even though Google, you're wrong, but I just found it so funny to hear this because I'm like, the most rounds I've ever heard was 15 rounds, 110 rounds. And so they finally stopped it. It lasted 7 hours, 19 minutes. It ended in a draw because it didn't seem like anyone was going to win. People were leaving because they were like, dude, this is taking too long. They fell asleep. I mean, hey, it happens that in a 12 rounder fight too. People fall asleep. And yeah, and sadly, one of them passed away, 27 years old from a brain injury. A fight 2 years later hit the canvas was made out of wood obviously wood at the time. And the other one died of 44. But man,
wow. And we can't even get people in the ring more than twice a year,
right? You get people quitting. Oh, my toe is broken,
my neck and my back,
my neck and my back, and this guy's bone is protruding from his hand. His nose is broken, his hands were shattered. So yeah, so man, on the heels,
$2,500, that's some big balling money for that time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And it had what? I think how many people? 1,800.
Whole crowd,
1,800 people.
whole town.
Uh-huh. God, imagine
I
that. But
was
yeah,
about to say something real smart ass, but I'm gonna.
go ahead. You can do it, Jay.
Man, I can think of that's probably more people in the audience in some of the fights that we seeing today, and it probably wasn't papered either.
Sip that tea, girl. Sip that tea.
Mm.
Talk your shit. But yeah, on that, yeah, yeah. So yeah, but on the heels of that, because I had to bring up a little boxing history. It is history. It just didn't happen on this day. I wish it did because it would have been awesome. But we do have someone, a special guest,
Mm.
and he is familiar with fighters and going all out. Yes.
There we go.
Thank,
Perfect.
Welcome to the
Perfecto.
show, Brian Cohen.
Woo! Welcome back to the
thank you,
I know,
thank
show.
you.
welcome back.
I love
You're
the intro. I love the shit talking. Let's go.
We know that, man. Brian, the last time we were with you physically was in no, you guys were on Zoom. We were in the studio,
Mhm.
Yeah,
but you were on Zoom. Oh, that was a good time. We need
yeah,
to
yeah,
bring that
yeah.
one back out.
Yeah. You did see him at the one of the Taylor Serrano fight in New York, I believe.
I
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
did.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep,
Yeah.
yep. I had Jessica Camara fighting show and
Yes.
tell for that fight.
Yes.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
we are glad to be back with you and to talk women boxing. I feel like when we first started our podcast, you and your promotional company has been heavily invested in women's boxing for a while. And so
Yeah.
we were so excited to talk. We can always excited to talk to you, but particularly for us since we were just getting our things started. And look
Sure.
at all of us. Look at how
I
far
know. I know.
Yeah.
Y'all done grown up. So nice to see.
Thank you. I know. Thank you. But you are in Canada right now, Canada A. Oh, you're in Terry.
Hey,
You are in you're we're Dodger fans over here. I mean, you're over there.
Philadelphia. I mean,
I know
you
you're
beat
Philly.
you beat the Phillies. You know.
Did you watch the game at all? Did you catch any of it last night or this
I,
morning?
no, man. They beat the Phillies. What I'm gonna watch?
It was
it
so
doesn't
good
matter.
though. It was so
I'm
good.
watching
You
nothing.
cheer for the Dodgers because you say they so bad they beat us. So of course they have to win.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I just, you know what? I have a temperamental Frenchie that I needed to tend to
Uh,
because he was going to be in the daycare. So
oh,
he's going to be in doggy daycare. So I had to give him extra attention. So I really didn't watch anything last night. Made dinner for my daughter, took care of the Frenchie.
Okay.
That's it.
All
oh.
right.
That's
Well,
it.
it was only 8 hours long, this game. So
It was like the fight. It was like that fight.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
like
no,
watching the Devin Haney fight. Sorry.
we didn't freeze. We're like, it's all right. Okay. Well, we will talk about that in a little bit, but we will talk about because it is a really important fight. First of all, congratulations because you do have Mary Spencer. She is a WBA winner, a super middleweight champion, and Michaela Mayer, two-time, two-division champion, is going to be looking to take her shot. But now it has been elevated to a unified bout. Clarissa Shields, who is the one, excuse me, sorry. Cecilia Brækhus is the one that had the straps and she just retired and she won. So now she has vacated the WBC and the WBA. So how exciting is that?
It was actually pretty cool, right? So, like, Eye of the Tiger, who is Mary Spencer's promoters, I talk to them on a regular basis, and they're great people. I called the lawyer. The lawyer actually called me and said, "Hey, do you want to add the WBO onto it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'd love to add the WBO." I said, "Could you check and see if the WBC is available?" So I called Mary and said, "Hey, I want to add the WBO title." I said, "But you might have to pay like a 2% sanctioning fee." So she says, "Do you think it's a good idea?" I was like, "Yeah." She says, "Okay." And then I get a text message. I don't want to pay that money. So I called her back. I said, "Mary," I said, "it's worth it. Let's just do it." And then we got, the call for the WBC. Camille, who runs Eye of the Tiger, he called me. We spoke, and boom, we threw that title on too. So it's went from one title to three. So can't complain.
Hey, belts matter. I'm thinking about that. And just recently, Cynthia sent her ballot in. I sent my ballot in for the Hall of Fame voting for the Women's International Boxing Hall of Fame that's going to be announced. And so listening to you, talk about belts on the men's side. There's so much, oh, belts, I want my check, it's prize fighting. What does fighting for the belt still mean to women, since you represent and work with so many women fighters? How much is that still part of the conversation of being the true of being a true champion?
I mean, it's a bargaining chip that you can use. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a bargaining chip you can use to kind of elevate the money on the fight and things like that, so the fighters make a little bit more money. Um, Unfortunately, the extra added belts that were added to this, there was no more extra money added to it, unfortunately. But it's okay
Ooh.
because they're both getting paid a pretty fair purse. So you know what I mean? It's just honestly to me it'd be just a little bonus added on. So I was happy with it, and I didn't want to go back into negotiating purses and things because there was more titles because you take those titles and they're like stocks. You
Mm,
use them down the line.
You know,
absolutely.
it's funny when you say that because Mary Spencer, I did read in an interview, or yeah, an interview, that she never thought she would be fighting Michaela Mayer because she's always known Michaela to be down 140, and now
Yeah.
she's moving up. I told her she's looking fit, thick, and all right in all the right places. It's 154, and it's kind of like it's a legacy fight. She's going for glory. But
Yeah.
what she said, she would just go back down because she wants to collect her undisputed. When you're talking to Mary about this, that it's kind of like she's not overlooking Mary, but she's like, well, I'm gonna go collect those belts and go back down. Do you find that a little insulting, or you're like, oh, Michaela, get ready because you don't even know what's
No,
gonna be
no. So
coming?
listen. I'll talk shit about a lot of fighters. I'll talk shit about managers. I'll talk shit about trainers. I won't say one bad word about Michaela Mayer. I can't. I can't.
Yeah.
That girl, anytime, anywhere, she'll fight anybody, whoop anybody's ass, go overseas, get shitty decisions, and just keep on fighting. Can't say nothing bad about her. So if she wants to, let her talk her shit. Let her say she's going to go up and down and collect belts. Michaela is a throwback fighter. She would be fighting that fight for 7 hours. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? That fight that you guys were talking about in the beginning. She's that type of fighter. And the counterpart on Thursday, Mary Spencer. Mary's tougher than like a $3 steak. She's just tough. You know what I mean? So I think it's an intriguing fight. I think it's an interesting fight. I think it's interesting because Michaela's used to being, the bigger, taller, lankier girl. Not in this case. Mary's big. She's like 5'10" and a half. She's tall. You know what I mean? She switched trainers. She has Kara Rowe as her trainer now, former professional boxer. And Kara was with her last fight, and she looked excellent last fight. She had one hand, her jab. She just looked beautiful. So I think you're going to see a different Mary Spencer than you saw before. She had a other trainer that they really didn't mesh with. They didn't mesh together. So I think you're going to see a different Mary Spencer, and her cardio was much better.
Mm.
Um,
Okay.
she had a trainer, or I actually don't know where it came from, was telling her not to run. So now she's back running. Now, like her stamina is it's insane. So it's going to be an interesting fight. Michaela's coming way up, and in my opinion, Mary's stepping way up in competition. So I just think it's going to be a good fight.
It would, to be fair, Michaela was very complimentary too. And even in the
Yeah.
midst of talking about that,
Yeah.
about going up and down, because Cynthia spoke with her recently and she just discussed the difficulty it has been for her just to get fights, period.
Yeah.
Because so many fighters, we've come to this kind of crossroads now on the women's side of boxing where there's sides of the street. And when she was looking for some action, Mary was like, she was with it, and the timing worked out right with the card being in Canada. So we know you to talk shit, but I like what you're saying about her because the feeling seemed like it was very mutual on their side.
Yeah, no, and like I know Michaela, right? Like, I was in Vegas in the DLX gym with her, and I remember when she started, putting on her weight. So my little nickname for her is like every time I see her, I'm like, "What's up, Slim Thick?" Because that's what she is. She looks good, but she's thick.
She looks great.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's slim thick.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, I want to clarify. I wasn't trying to like stir the pot up because, she's Mary was the only one able to say, yes, I'll come fight you for
Mhm.
her belt. Because
Yeah,
everyone else is like, oh no, just kind of ducking, as Michaela would say.
yeah, yeah.
But no. So I wasn't trying to like
No,
imply
no,
anything.
No, 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 no. And that's the thing. Like, I just feel like Mary, at this stage of her career, she's 40. She wants to dare to be great. So go ahead, let her dare to be great. It's a great fight for boxing and women's boxing. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for the fight, just to see how the two scenarios are going to play out.
Mhm.
Can Michaela hold that weight at 154? It's a lot of weight. You know what I mean? Can she push that big body around? Can can Mary match her skill? Does Michaela have, some tread, some worn tread on her tires? You know what I mean? Will
Mhm.
she show the effects of all those hard wars she was in? I don't know. It's going to be a great fight. I'm glad Michaela took it. I'm glad Mary took it because I really do think it's a really good fight for women's boxing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Looking at that, just your history with women's fighters, you have a stable of top female fighters, and they often have to travel, like you
Yeah.
mentioned, globally for their fights. So, is there kind of like a litmus test that you have to test their international market readiness? Like, do you think about that when you're making these fights?
Yeah, some of them are built for it and some are not built for it, unfortunately. I can give my opinion. I can make the offer of the fight. I can tell them my opinion of the fight. Maybe it's not a good idea because I kind of know some of their mentals. Their mental can't handle that whole arena, whole country, booing them and things like that. And I mean, I try to manage it the best I can, if that makes sense to you guys, right?
Yeah.
We went overseas and won. We went overseas and lost. But just, I'm a realist. I know if my fighters are in for a tough fight, and I know when they're not. Right. So I present it to them, and it's up for them and the trainer to make the decision.
Okay, you said you when you say earlier you just said you manage. So we know that you split team management, I believe. Are you
Yeah,
partners
so I
with
have my
them?
own company. I have my own
Okay.
company, Empire Boxing, and I
Yes.
did that for years. And then Dave McWater hired me. I literally signed all my females over to Split T in 2019. So the first person I actually came to Canada with was Raquel Miller when she fought Ama Abara. So
Okay.
yeah, so I've been working with Dave for uh, umpteenth years right now.
Now,
It's
be
Raquel, Miss Pretty Beast.
yeah.
Yeah,
How is
yeah.
she? How is she? How is she?
I saw her she came to Australia with Tierra.
Oh yeah,
Mm,
yeah. And we're gonna talk about Tiara. Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah.
Tiara Brown, remember her conversation with us? She was on her bike. She was a cop.
yeah, she's a live wire, boy. We have fun with
Yo,
her too.
she's a live wire. She'll call me at 8 o'clock in the morning. Just the way we're all talking now, I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm running 5 miles. But it's
Yeah.
just like a regular conversation. She's insane. She's insane.
She's like, what are you
She's
doing?
literally
You're like, I'm
insane.
in bed.
She's insane. Yeah.
When you're managing all these women, because men are just men and women are just different, but women, we have a lot more different hormones. You're like a therapist to women. How
Yeah.
do you deal with like the different faces and personalities of women when it comes to like certain things? Because men are bigger babies than women, but women are
Yeah.
just, we want to fight. They want to
Yeah.
fight. But how do you navigate all of that?
I mean, every one of them have different personalities, so you just have to kind of like learn their personality. And then, like, because I do the cuts in the corner as well, so I have to learn them in the corner too. So they're a different animal out of the ring than they are in the ring. So you have to know what, like, if I'm training some of them, like if I train them, I have to know their trigger words. Some of them I can yell at, some of them I can curse at, and some of them, I can't get them too excited, right? It's a balance act. It's really a balancing act because females, sometimes the cycle comes along near the fight and they put on weight. You got to help them take the weight off, and it's a lot, the different attitudes, but. I wouldn't change it for the world, to be honest with you. Like I've been managing females for 15 years before it was cool for everybody. You know what I mean? So I'm going on my 15th year. I started managing them when I found out I was having a daughter. So you know what I mean? I think I'm 55 titles in, winning
Hmm.
titles with females. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
I appreciate you even saying that because then, you look at historically, like some of the trainers on the men's side, and they
Mhm.
train the same way every time. It's like
Yeah,
you have like a Virgil Hunter who was whispering in the corner, talking to the fighters like this. And
yeah,
then you have somebody like, Derek James, who's very zen and stuff, but everybody is different and
yeah.
adapting to different fighters brings out different things. Is that advice you would give to a co-trainer? Do trainers give each other advice?
Yeah.
When I work the corner, I'm just strictly there sometimes for cuts. But then trainers know that, like, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I started boxing when I was 8 years old. I'm 49. Been around boxing 40, you know what I mean? 40 some odd years, right? So some of them allow me to speak in the corner, and then some of them don't. Some of them are just, God, they're just so ego driven.
Mm.
They're just so ego driven, and they think they know it all. And usually the fighter suffers when that happens because I'm literally right there. I'm a second set of eyes for you. You know what I mean? Look how thick these glasses are. I can see everything. You know what I mean? So, yeah, the ego-driven trainers usually don't do well. And although I don't encourage fighters to leave trainers. I usually leave the fighter. If a fighter asks my opinion, I'll give it about the trainer. I never encourage a fighter. You should leave your trainer. I don't do that. You know what I mean? Because they're with the trainer more than they're with me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's just it's interesting because we never know what goes on in the corners because you always have one screaming, who is the fighter listening to? Because there's so
yeah,
many voices in the corner. And
yeah.
when do not necessarily you, but when does one know their place to shut up and stay quiet and have only one voice?
Right. Right. Yeah, that's the thing. If you want me to just put ice bags on your fighter's face and grease it up, I'll do that. If you want my opinion, I'm happy to give you my opinion. So,
Okay.
uh,
I like
Oh.
that. One of my favorite things to say is ego gets people fucked up. I say that a lot in my regular life. So knowing that your willingness to do corner work, management, training oversight, brand building, how do you prioritize your resources so that none of that gets neglected? How do you even manage that on top of having your own family, your own wife,
right.
Mhm.
your children, the pug need attention taking you away from the Dodger game? Like, how do you manage all those things?
I've always been a great multitasker. So when I was boxing, I was managing fighters when I was boxing. So I'll put the fighters that I managed on my cards. We had a construction business. I was running the construction business. We had a maintenance company. We had a cleaning business. When I was boxing, we had a medical transport company that we did like 700 trips a night. I'm a multitasker, and just I have that Rain Man thing that goes off in my brain that I can just prioritize and multitask in an efficient way.
Are you a Virgo?
Hmm,
I'm on the
Seriously.
cusp of a Pisces and an Aries, believe it or not. My birthday
really?
is March 20th.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
Aries is known for like being a very successful business owner, like cutthroat. So
Hmm.
there you go. And Pisces is just like very even keel, very creative, and just like do. So
yeah,
you're right
yeah,
there. It's a good
yeah. I
thing.
mean, like to be fair, like on Sundays, my wife will tell you, like when she talks to you guys, Sundays I'm like a whole nona in the kitchen. I just sit there and I cook all Sunday.
Really?
Yeah,
What do
yeah,
you
yeah.
cook?
For
What do you,
real?
I can
yeah.
cook anything. I can cook Asian food. I can cook Spanish food. I can cook Italian food. I can cook anything.
Oh,
Okay, Brian, we gonna have to control V you and get you somebody
right?
else to come help us out because we need some help too.
Does Kaylee cook or do you just cook for her?
I cook for her. She can cook, but the kitchen. Everybody get out the kitchen. Let's get out
You
the kitchen
lying.
on
She ain't
Sunday.
cooking nothing, Cynthia. Don't listen to that. That woman ain't. Kaylee probably not making nothing but reservations.
I mean, she can cook. I just don't let. I literally don't let her cook.
He doesn't let you in the kitchen pretty much. He's like, just
Don't burn
Yeah,
it
like what do
down.
you want to eat? You know what I mean? Like what do you want for breakfast? Well, I don't
has
mind
she
cooking
cooked for
3 meals.
you?
She has. I just enjoy it. She has.
Ah,
Yeah, she has. But I know my daughter likes my food and my wife likes my food. So I like when I cook and people enjoy it. So I just sit there and cook in the kitchen all day.
ah. You
Okay,
know,
man.
cooking is therapeutic though. It's just, does Kaylee clean up though after? You cook, she cleans?
There you go. That
There you
part.
go. That's the
There you go.
trade-off.
That part.
You know,
That part. But like dead ass, I'm like a whole Nona in the kitchen. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Nona Bull. That's gonna be
Yeah.
your new
Nona
bionic
bowl.
Nona Bull.
Yeah.
You should do
Yeah.
a cooking page because I have to see what you're cooking Asian food. What kind of Asian food are you cooking?
For
Oh,
real.
so I could cook Thai. You know what? I have pictures. I'm gonna send you guys pictures because I can literally cook. If you name it, I'll cook it. I'll cook it.
Oh. Do you
If you
use
name it, I'll cook it.
MSG? Do you use
Huh?
MSG like a real Asian?
I
Do you use
don't. I
MSG?
don't. I don't. I substitute all the bad shit. I substitute
Okay.
some of the bad shit, but it's still good. It's still good.
Mm,
Still good.
okay.
Yeah.
I
We'll
must.
believe it.
Well, we'll believe it when we see it for real. Put the MSG
Hmm.
in there. Put the
Or taste
MSG in
it. Yeah, you
mine.
Bro,
gotta
all the
taste
MSG and fat and pork and everything.
soy sauce. You can never go wrong with soy sauce. Low sodium though, at
It's
least.
true. It's true. It's true.
You
Right.
know, I must ask you, we're on the cusp of the release of the Christie movie that's centered on the life of Christy Martin. In the midst of managing, guiding all of these women fighters, how many of them on average, you don't have to say any by name, like, do they really know the legacy or the path that someone like a Christy Martin has laid out for them, or the origins of that? Is that ever part of your discussions?
No, I don't think I would say 75 or 80% of the ones that I manage don't know. Like the Mary Jo Sanders, the Belinda Laracuente's, the Melissa Hernandez's, the Ada Velez's. They don't know any of those, right? They just see them like I remember back in the day when I first started managing Ronica Jeffrey. She was fighting title fights for 3,500. Now
Yeah.
that's like what you get for like a 4 or 6 round fight, right? So I think the I don't want to say that they're spoiled, but they don't know what the struggle was back in the day of for female fighters, and I don't think they even know what happened to Christy Martin.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I speaking of that, I just saw I should have sent it to you, Jay. I just saw on Twitter Layla McCarter, she's 48, 13, and
Oh,
5.
wow.
She gets a TKO in the 6th round victory over Liliana Palmera, 31, 19, 3 to win 147 bout. And I mean, respectfully,
Wait,
like
to
when
win how much? Say that again. To win how much?
oh no, in the welterweight division.
Oh, 147. I thought
Yeah,
you said to
147.
win $147.
No,
I was gonna say,
God,
what?
no.
Oh,
I
okay.
I would call I would say I'd call the government, but
I'd
we
call the
already know how that's.
cops. My
But
God.
but look, I don't know if you guys can see this. And so when I didn't even realize it was Layla McCarter, but then when I looked at this lady, I was like, how
Wow,
old
I
is
haven't
she?
seen her in years.
Yeah, and I'm like, I didn't even know Layla was still fighting.
Same. Wow.
yeah, yeah.
And it just shows like how far women's boxing has gotten, but how far how behind it still is for the females that said it, like Layla and well, we don't know. Layla might come back. Layla Ali, we don't know, but it's still, there's still a big gap for women's boxing.
I mean, you're 48 years old. You're beating Liliana Primera. What are you proving?
Right.
I mean, what are you
When do you,
proving?
yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean? Like enough is enough. I don't think and don't get me wrong, she was a good fighter in her time. I
Hmm.
don't think she could contend with the 147 or the 154-pound
yeah,
women that are out there today. She'll get
Right.
murdered. You know
Right.
what I mean? No disrespect. She's, you know what I mean? She's the great Layla McCarter, but at a certain point, you know what I mean? You put the dusty gym bag up and just relax. Sit at
Le-
home.
Wow. Layla McCarter, I think, was one of the first female fighters I ever interviewed. And that probably was in like 2014. That was
Right,
a long
wow.
time ago.
right.
I didn't even know she was still fighting. God bless her. God bless her.
Yeah, no, I'm glad for her. I mean,
It
she
may
has the
it's sad though.
It
It
is.
is. It is because you know what, man? She has a trainer or partner, whatever he is. I don't know, man. I think there's a reason why, like, I don't ever get mentioned in Hall of Fames or anything like that because I talk shit. I don't like him. I think he's milking the whole Layla McCarter thing. She's 48. Let her relax. Let her have some lemonade on a porch somewhere, on a rocking chair. Let her relax a little bit. Let her train fighters. Teach her how to manage a fighters. The reason
Yeah.
why he can't teach her to manage fighters is because he only has one fighter. It's like the Rick Ramos syndrome. Where's he been? Where's he at? You know what I mean? One fighter.
Your bestie.
I can't stand
Where's
him
your
either. Little
bestie these
chipmunk.
days?
I don't know. Nowhere. He's nowhere. He's nowhere. He'll never come out of that little rock in Chicago. Never.
Oh, I did not know this. Like,
What?
I didn't know
What you didn't know, Cynthia?
I didn't know you did not care for him.
Cynthia, you talk about my fighters. You talk about my wife. I'll smack the dog shit out of you.
Oh, yes. You know what? Now when you say that, he talked about, okay, yeah. All right. Yeah.
Oh, he talked about Mary
Is he?
McGee.
Wait. Did you smack him?
He pulled up on him. I know that.
Was it him that you pulled up in Europe or something?
I was in England.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
I remember that and I read it. I'm like, I wonder who it could be. And okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Rick has that nice full beard.
Yeah.
But the smack was like, it was like one of those.
Can we get you in a power slap fight with him, like on Dana's platform?
Listen, I would love to. Oh my God, I would love to.
It's the way
And make a check too?
I don't need it. I'll donate it to charity. Whatever you want. I do it for free.
Oh.
For free. I tried to box him on Bobby Hitz's card in Chicago for charity, but he won't fight me.
Wow. Okay. Well. Wow.
Yeah.
Did Jessica retire? Is she still fighting?
Thank God she's retired. Who wants to watch that anymore?
Oh.
Nobody wants to watch that anymore. She looks like she looks like an unattended fire hose when she fights. I don't want to see that. She looks like she's stuck in a spider web. I don't want to see that. I'm glad she's retired. Stay retired.
Oh,
tell us what you really mean. Tell us how you
really.
She does. She looks like an unattended fire hose. You ever turn her fire, watch it all around. She's all mad looking.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, speaking of retired fighters, is your lovely wife? Okay, wait, hold on. I have to do this. Emmy Award nominee, Critics' Choice nominee, Golden Globe nominee, actress, a former world champion. Do you think she's gonna? I know she has that itch. Is she gonna come out of retirement? Does she have that itch, or?
Oh, sorry about that. Oh, hold on.
No worry.
Yeah. Am I back? There
yes.
Yeah, she wants to fight again.
Really?
Yeah, she wants to fight again. So right now, obviously, I guess you guys know she's in Prague. She's filming Resident Evil. Yeah, she wants to fight again. She wants to fight again.
I mean, just the sentence you just said, her introduction, she's in Prague filming Resident Evil, and then she's like, I want to fight again. That I know, because she has that itch. Is there a name that she wants to fight?
Well, she wanted to kill Breckhouse, Cecilia. She wanted to fight Breckhouse again. Like, she can't stand her. She wanted to knock them tattoos off her eyebrows. But I guess that ship has failed. That ship has sailed, I should say.
But you know what? Thankfully, Cecilia has given up her belts, so your fighter can fight for the belt. I am being very Switzerland right now.
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't know I didn't know that. Okay, well, I didn't know that about Breakus.
What, Kaylee and Cecilia?
Yeah, I just know that they fought at the HBO and that was it. And it was a wrap. It was great. I had no idea. Maybe I do live under a rock.
Tell us more. Tell us more.
So Kate took it personal because she said she did that whole stupid thing at the end when everybody was booing her. That you guys want to see the rematch? And everybody cheered, yeah. And then she wound up fighting the other, was it Alexandra Lopes for some stupid reason. And watching that was like watching paint dry, that fight. So Kay always took it personal, and Kay always wanted to come back and fight her.
Okay.
Oh, and then we tried to get into discussions with her and Tom Loeffler, and she's like, so a lot of people don't know the whole story behind that, right? We signed a contract that said 10-ounce gloves. Mm-hmm. They signed a contract that said 8-ounce gloves, right? Do you guys remember who was training her for that fight?
Jonathan Banks?
It was Lucia Riker.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Okay, so we're at finishing the weigh-in up, and they bring the gloves, and they're saying our gloves are too small. We're saying theirs are too big. So they paid us an extra amount of money to use 10-ounce gloves because somebody screwed up, right? But the reason why Lucia wasn't in the corner is because Lucia said, "You're a warrior. You should fight. Just use 8-ounce gloves." And that's when she
Oh,
called. She flew Jonathan Banks in the next day from Germany, poor JB, and
Mm.
she threw
I
her out of the
remember
corner.
that. I was like, why
Yeah,
is
we had him in studio right after that because we had you guys on Zoom together, and then
Right,
we had Jonathan like right after that.
yeah,
right. But Lucia
Mm.
trained her, and
yeah.
the reason why she got rid of her is because Lucia was telling her, "Just fight with 8-ounce gloves. You're a fighter. Fight."
Wow, that's some
Mm.
interesting advice. Like,
Hey, that's one way to go about it.
You know what I'm saying? So
well,
so so so, so it's a sin. They flew poor JB in from Germany. I think he was training some heavyweight in Germany, and he had to take the overnight flight.
oh God.
Dang.
Wow.
Yeah,
See, now I got to go back down. Man, we've been doing this podcast now for like 4 years. That was like 3 or 4
Yeah.
years ago.
yeah,
So
yeah.
now I got to go back down the rabbit hole and remember that's right. He was training. It wasn't like it was one of them heavyweights that they were trying to fast track to like
Yeah.
Wilder or something like that
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah. It
Wilder
wasn't
was still the
Klitschko. It wasn't
champion.
Klitschko. Wasn't Klitschko. Maybe it was Klitschko, but I'm not sure. But all I know is, in case of emergency, they broke that glass and flew JB in because
Wow.
Cecilia wasn't happy with what Lucia said.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, I
Okay,
wish they
so
had
see, this is
like,
a good segue. Go back and listen to old episodes of the Best Women's Boxing Show, period. And you can hear all this history when people try to give revisionist history. We got it
mhm,
all wax. You can go
Right.
back and listen.
yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
You
Okay.
know,
Well,
when you look at Kaylee and where she is now, she wants to fight again, but she wants to fight again. Hard
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah.
When you look at the additional evolution of her life and her talent,
Yeah.
what do you think about when you look at her and like, look at this woman that I fell in love with, and now she's off in Prague doing these kind of things. It's
It's so I
crazy.
always I always knew she was special, right? And that's not like me trying to get brownie points because she don't cook anyway, right? It's
Period.
no, 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 no. I'm just playing. It's I always knew she was special, and it would make me angry that people were just using her and throwing her in fights and not giving her attention and things like that, right? So that's when she initially came to my house and we started doing camp, and we were strictly platonic through the pandemic, through everything. We got involved after the Candy Wyatt fight. But
Mm.
she would do camps at my house. I built an apartment in my basement with a bathroom, and we never crossed the line and whatever. But to see where she came from, where you know people wouldn't buy tickets to her fight, people wouldn't do this, people wouldn't do that, right? To where she is now, I like, and knowing her past and her family history and everything of that nature, it's amazing to see. The thing that just kind of pisses me off is that people want to jump on the bandwagon, right?
Hmm.
You look on their stupid social media sometimes, it's sis, cuz, fam. Where was everybody? Where was
mhm,
everybody? People were trying
Hmm.
to, be security guards now, and nobody was around. Nobody would take care of her. I took care of her. You know what I mean? I couldn't get people to call her and wish her good luck for her fight that were close to her.
aw,
I was there. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So she handles everything like a true professional. I'm so proud of her. It's amazing to me from like I said, fighting on cards on trying to get on cards in Rhode Island to where she is now. It's an amazing journey, and just the way she handles things, it's like she's like a true G, man. The way she handles things, it's impressive.
I wore these as my Kaylee tribute
yeah,
earrings. I
See
got
what
these
you
from
did
some.
there?
You see that? I had
yeah,
to
Yeah,
wear some
yeah, yeah. I
tribute
see them.
earrings. But I think about that too, even just from the press perspective and knowing how far back, and we barely go far back with you guys, like 4 years, 5 years.
Right.
And even now, like some of the the press and their entitlement on the entertainment side,
Yeah,
who don't even really know anything about her. I'm like, yo, we knew her when as a fighter, and
right,
all of this is like the frosting on top of an already tough,
right.
strong, talented woman, and trying to push press out of spaces because they're not, whatever. And it's aggravating. I'm like, if you're gonna do that and try to gatekeep, make sure you talk about all of her lineage too, not just the parts that satisfy your agenda or whatever.
Yeah.
And like you guys been there from the beginning, right? Before she was,
Mhm.
I don't want to say nobody, but she didn't have all this going
Early
on
in her
right now.
career.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
So whatever you guys ever ask us to do, we'll always do, right? Because you were there, you were there from the beginning. Now she's getting awards in boxing where she should have had years ago, but nobody paid attention to her career in
Mhm.
boxing.
Mhm.
And I hate to say this because I love Sue. She's at the Hall of Fame. Why now? After the Golden Globe nomination, after the Emmy nomination, why? Why? Why now? She's an activist. She for murder to missing indigenous. Yeah, I know. Murder to missing indigenous women, right?
Yeah.
Nobody shares that. Nobody in boxing shares it. Nobody shares her activism. Nobody shares anything she does. So it's like, yeah, all right, you want to come? We're going to go to Vegas for what? To watch everybody kiss each other's ass for what?
Hmm.
Like no disrespect, you know what I'm saying? But I've seen Sue Fox and that whole organization over there give awards to photographers. I've been in the game for 15 years and I've made world champions. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention, I don't no sour grapes because you ain't going to give me a wooden and metal plaque and think that it's going to be okay.
Hmm.
But yeah, I just find it highly it's
It's,
suspicious
you
that
can say it's
now
clout chasing. You can
Yeah.
say it. It's
yeah,
okay.
I'm not with it. And Kay will tell you once she gets on, I'm not with it. And I'm not the type to bite my tongue. Like you guys know, you know what I'm saying? I'm not
Hmm.
gonna bite my tongue. I love Sue. I talk to Sue, but everything is Layla McCarter on you know what I'm saying? Layla McCarter. Now Kaylee, Golden Globe, Emmy nominated. Now all of a sudden she's in the Hall of Fame.
Mhm.
Whatever.
Because it's meant to, so can you come to our event so that on the backside, well, look who we've got coming. So price tables just went up because
Yeah.
look who we've got, Emmy nominee, Golden Globe. Talk your shit. Clock that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
man. Like
my
I'm
partner here is a very graceful, lovely, professional woman. I am not. I'm a
yeah,
little
no,
bit ridiculous with
I
that.
know
So
Cynthia not
yeah,
saying
clock
much.
that.
No,
I
but
was
I'm
just
listening because I was just at the event and I think about like who got awarded of because they combined, no, it was a summit. Yeah, it was the International
Yeah, it was
Women's
like 2 years,
thing.
right?
Uh yeah, and so they did the WBC Women's Summit for the first
Yeah,
time, and so they combined it together. And it was interesting to just listen and see who got awarded. I mean, I got awarded because I hosted a panel.
but that's
well,
okay. But that's okay.
Yeah, but no, but
Well, this is
but
a
now
women's
when I
summit.
listen to it, because I always think about like other organizations that will highlight a certain person, and I'm just saying this in general, and I'm like, well, why weren't you highlighting them beforehand? And maybe it's just to sell tables or to get the word out. I don't know, but no,
Brian, they don't
I
invite me to
totally get
shit,
it.
so I feel you. They don't invite me
Oh
to
yeah,
nothing.
okay.
And I've
Yeah.
been podcasting about women's boxing and boxing
She's been in
before a
boxing longer
lot
than
of
not
film
me.
people. So
That's what I'm
I
saying.
feel you on that.
So it's
Yeah.
like what I forgot this morning after I ate breakfast. Some of these people will never know. So is I'm not going to sit there and suck ass and shit and think it's going to be all happy. I know why you want
Hmm.
my wife there. I'm not stupid. You know what I mean? I might look a little ditzy every now and then, but I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid at all.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, like I'm like again, and this is not taken away from her. She deserves it. I mean, she when she had the WBA, the WBO, and IBO title when she stopped when she had medical issues,
yeah.
right?
Right.
But come on, man, like just
Yeah.
let's just be real. You could just be like special guest or some shit. You know what I mean? Don't do that. I'm not stupid. Don't insult my intelligence.
Yeah, keep it. Yeah, and I'm always for keeping it 100. Call. You know what? You are real popping right now. It would
Mhm.
be our honor to have you there because we need help.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
respect that. Keep it a
Yeah.
buck.
Just be honest. And Kaylee and you would be like, you know what? Okay, if it's to help women's boxing or to help push the sport, cool. We are advocates. We've been in it. We know because we've been there.
I
Hmm.
mean, look. I used to manage Melissa Hernandez. We're not on great terms. Whatever. I don't really care. Did she deserve to be in years ago? Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Why wouldn't you put Melissa Hernandez in years ago? Why is she in now? Like years ago. Like I don't like. I don't know who makes these decisions,
Yeah, I don't
but like
know.
it pisses me off. It really does piss me off. Like Ronica Jeffrey, right? I managed her from day one. You know what I'm saying? That girl, if she had if she had a male anatomy, she'd be a millionaire, right? Because that's the way she fought. She was that
Yeah.
good, right? Now she's going into the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. A
You know,
fun
it's
move.
funny because when you did mention the International Boxing Hall of Fame, um, I was, first thing I was like, I wonder if Kaylee's in this because I'm thinking maybe she might come back. But then I don't know how the other they vote, but I'm so happy that we're able to vote because we
Yeah.
understand we're on the rings rating committee and we're very transparent. Like eventually our emails, like how we discuss like why people need to be moved and like people are very thorough and I'm like, God, I don't even have a thought that long. I just feel like, certain things. And it makes me wonder how other organizations vote for certain people. Cause like I did my homework. I went through every person, looked at their record, let me see their fights. Did I know majority of them? No. But I was like,
Right.
based off of, their accolades and where did they fight? Only in one specific area? Do I think they belong? No, but maybe later. And so I
I'm
didn't
glad you
even.
said that. I'm glad you said that because there is fighters that are in the Hall of Fame that just fought in their hometown, and when they left twice or three times, they lost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So why not give it to the road warriors that are out there? You know, what I'm saying? Not the opponents that are just taking fights to take fights,
Yeah.
but like the ones like Kaylee, like no bullshit. Like, and it's not just because it's Kaylee. Like
Yeah.
Hmm.
Kaylee, like I don't know, is Belinda in?
Who?
Shoot, I'm trying to go back and look at my
Who's
ballot. I
in
took
it?
a picture of it before I mailed
Who
it.
did you say?
Belinda Laraquente, is she in?
Oh,
Because
I
she
didn't
fought
see her
everybody.
name.
But
Yeah,
that's
I
what I'm
don't think.
saying. She fought everybody. I mean, and then go back and look at the Christy Martin fight. She beat Christy Martin.
Hmm.
Go back and look at that fight. You can play neutral, Cynthia. Go ahead, play
No, no, no,
neutral.
because there was
Oh,
one girl I saw it and I was like, oh, she fought Christy and her wife, Lisa, and that lady won. Who was it? I have the picture. I took a picture of it yesterday. I can see it. Well, I don't think Belinda was
Yeah,
on there.
I'm looking for my
No,
ballot.
there was Sumya Anani, Naoka Fujioka, Christina Hammer, Susie Kentikian, Momo Koseki, Daisy Lang,
yeah.
Ina Menzer, Esmeralda Moreno, Jackie Nava, Jessica Rakovsky, Natalia Ragozina, and Giselle Salandi.
I
I
mean,
mean, I know like
yeah.
five of six of those names, and the others I really had to like do a deep dive. So
Same.
that's what it makes me wonder like how does one get nominated or into the ballot? And I honestly thought Kaylee would be on the ballot because it's well deserved, but I was like, she's gonna fight. She's already told us that one time. She's like, I have that itch to fight.
Yeah,
I
she's gonna
agree with
fight
you.
again. And like frankly, like I don't care if they rescind it from me saying that she's gonna fight again. I don't really care.
Yeah,
I'm
it
sure
don't
she doesn't
matter.
care either. You know what I
Uh-uh.
mean?
No.
It's just like not to sound snobbish, but you know, she has to go on a press junket with Chris Pratt for Mercy that's coming out in January. But after that, she's gonna start training again. Like I have to go to England in 2 weeks. I'm going to Sheffield to train
Okay.
Ebony Bridges,
Mm.
right?
Oh,
Oh, I would.
Abby!
She had a baby with what's his name?
Chocolate
Kel Brooks.
brownie.
Kel
Chocolate
Brooks.
brownie.
What's his
Yeah.
name? Kel
Kel.
Brooks. Kel Brooks. That is the cutest baby. His eyes.
He looks like a doll.
Oh my God.
Adorable. The videos that she sends me, he's so cute.
Oh
So I
my
can't
God.
wait to get over there to see that. So I'm gonna go a week in 2 weeks, and then I'm gonna go 2 weeks in December because she's gonna fight on that Amanda card.
I love Ebony Bridges, like truly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I really love her.
she's fun.
She's fun, she's gorgeous,
Yeah.
yeah,
she's highly intelligent.
Yeah.
highly intelligent,
Yeah.
highly educated. And I hate when people try to diminish that because she's sexy. You can
Yeah.
be smart and sexy too. It is
Mhm.
Hell yeah.
okay.
And she can fight. So,
And she could fight. Yeah.
uh,
I'll tell you what, when she was trained, she trained in Philly to fight Shannon Courtney fight, right?
Mhm.
So me and Kay one day, I said, come on, we're gonna go to New York. I got all sparring set up in New Rochelle, New York. And we go out there. Ebony is the type, she won't ask questions. She won't do any. I kept her in the ring for 19 rounds.
Mm.
19 rounds straight.
oh my
When
gosh.
when she got out of that ring, she got a standing ovation from grown men in that gym. 19
Wow.
rounds straight. And that's when she fought Courtney and her eye swelled up.
Mhm,
Yes.
mhm.
But her conditioning was amazing. It
She's
was
a
Wow.
tough
amazing.
lady. She's a
She's a
tough
tough cookie.
lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, we're
She
gonna have to
made a
get her back on the
tactical
show.
error.
She's
She
fun.
made a tactical error when she fought Mio. She got this trainer from England, Dave Caldwell. He was
Yeah.
shit. They just didn't mesh. They just didn't mesh.
Is it,
So
That's all
yeah,
right.
because I know she moved to England,
yeah,
and then, yeah, from Australia. But, well, we
yeah,
can't wait to see her back in the ring because she's with MVP. I mean,
yeah.
MVP pretty much signed everyone, so good for them. Good for them.
Good for MVP. It'll
Good
be
for
interesting
them.
to see how they move their chess pieces around.
For sure. So
Okay.
before we wrap and get to the end, we must ask you as a truth speaker. We got Clarissa, we got Layla. Do we want it? Do we not? Are they in cahoots dropping these mixtapes on each other, talking mess? Is it a buildup? What we got going on from the outside looking in, Mr. Cohen?
I
What you
mean,
think about that?
Clarissa, was friends with Danielle Perkins and got her paid and things like that. So she's had some conversations with one of my other fighters about, talking to shit and making a fight. I I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Kind of, say what you want. People can not like Clarissa. She's still a dog. She's a dog.
Yeah.
Clarissa is a dog. I don't care what anybody says about her personality or something. That girl is going to come to fight 24/7, 365 days a year. I don't want to see Layla McCarter. I'm sorry, Layla or her Layla Ali get beat up. You know what I mean? She's been retired. Your body's just going to react different if she hasn't been in there for a certain amount of time. You know what I mean? Like if you take a fighter that had a baby and was out for 2 years, right? Like Ebony, have to
Yeah.
be careful, with her coming back, right? So same thing with Layla. You don't jump into a big fight like that. I don't want to see Clarissa hurt her. I think she'll hurt her.
Okay.
I agree with
Also,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of fights coming back real fast, Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao, possibly 2026, live on Netflix. Hey, it's a big fight. I don't think it's an exhibition. Is that a fight that you want to see? It's
I do not,
rematch.
Cynthia. I do not want to see that fight at all. I
Tell the
don't. I
Netflix
don't
people
care.
that.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about that fight. I just don't care. I don't
People
care.
it's like,
I don't care.
but you know what? There is a fight I know you do care about.
What?
You mentioned him earlier, Haney versus Norman Jr.
That's an interesting fight.
It really is.
It's an
And
interesting fight.
I I go back and forth on that one, but some people are like Haney's gonna knock out Norman. I would just assume maybe Haney outboxes him.
He's
If
not
Same.
gonna knock. He's
not,
not gonna knock
he
Norman out
gets,
unless he hits him with the ring
yeah.
stool.
Jolene might.
Jolene
Jolene, did
might.
you see that fight that they
Jolene
got
might.
in? She did get her. We had her on the show. She had her on the
Oh,
show, and she's like, "These motherfuckers, they don't know who they're
I
fucking
love
with."
Jolene.
I love Jolene, man. She's that's another one. That's another real one. Like Jolene's a real one. You know what I mean? She's gonna say what she has to say. Man, I don't know. It's an intriguing. It's an intriguing fight. It's an intriguing fight. I mean, I would love to see Norman beat him because I'm just so sick of listening to Bill Haney. I'm just kind of over it. So I'm just over it. I'm just over it.
Yeah.
There's like talking shit, and then there's just the way he talks. I'm just over it.
You know, them dads like to be in the mix. Them dads like to get down with it.
I know, but like it's so like don't live so vicariously through your son. You know what I mean?
You
Just
know who
chill, man.
you know who's bad that I've just like I'm like really annoyed now? Floyd Schofield Sr.
Mm.
Have you Oh my God.
Yeah, agreed,
It, it's
agreed.
because we've talked about like he's pulled out of 3 fights of injuries, and all I hear is his dad is like, well, we're gonna be waiting for this fight. And I'm like, why don't you just have your son talk? Like, we don't want to hear your voice. Like, I get it, you're a mouthpiece, but it's like you making your son, and I say this respectfully, you make your son look like a pussy that he cannot speak for himself, and he's the fighter.
But I know Haney will kind of say something on the tail end of his dad saying something. But that's
But
why
at
like I
least he
kind of
says
like
something.
yeah, yeah, I suppose. You're right.
Rank,
Yeah, you're
rank.
right.
Okay, rank the dads. Angel Garcia, Schofield Sr., Haney Sr., um, Mayweather
Floyd.
Sr.
Oh yeah.
I love
Rank the
Angel,
dads.
man. I love Crazy Angel. He's a Philly guy. He's a Philly guy. I love Angel, man. I love if you really got to know Angel, that's a persona he puts on. Angel is
Oh
a
no,
real
he's
yeah,
always been
yeah.
nice to us. He's been
Yeah.
respectful to us.
No, but like when there's not cameras around and shit,
Yeah.
he's calm. I like Angel, man. I give me Angel number one. I give Angel number one.
Oh
Angel
wait, let
number
me
one.
add in Benavidez Sr.
Oh,
and let me add in
Virgil's dad.
Ortiz
oh,
Sr.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We're in like it's like a dad phase of boxing that drives me insane.
Hmm.
Just drives me nuts.
I'm gonna write this down.
Worse than the Hall of Fame. Drives me nuts. You
So
know,
you have Angel Senior. Who's your second favorite?
that's a question right there. That's a loaded question.
God, we
I,
should throw that out on Twitter. Let
yeah,
Twitter just do its job.
Yeah,
that's
we'll
a
do it
great
that way.
that's a
Rank these
great
dads.
question. I don't know who's the least annoying. Like from Angel on down. I don't know. I don't know. They're all annoying. They're annoying. They are.
Hmm.
They are. I have a question. So from boxing to Hollywood, you've been on the red carpet with your wife just a
Go
couple
on.
times,
Go
or
on.
like even at the award ceremony. Is there one actress or somebody that you are like, oh my God, like I met them, or you geeked out, or any actor, actress, director, producers,
Yeah,
anybody?
so no, no, I mean, like, dude, we were at the Golden Globes. We were sitting at the table. It was like me, Kaylee, Jodie Foster. I
Yeah.
mean, we went on vacation with Jodie Foster, right?
Wow.
Uh,
That's
uh
dope.
when you get Kaylee on, we went to Alaska. We went to three different spots of Alaska with Colin Farrell was at our table, and the girl that played his co-star in The Penguin. They
Yeah,
were,
yeah, yeah.
it's just, you know what I mean? It's standing in line, like Jeff Goldblum's next to me. I sat next to Baby's Face for 4 hours, like at the Emmys. Like I don't know, man. We were at an after party, and I'm sitting there talking to this older lady. I don't know who she is. Right?
Oh no.
It was Pam Anderson.
You
Yeah,
did right.
no,
Well, a lot of people don't recognize her, to be fair.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I'm talking about the little salmon bites that they're giving out, and you know what I mean. I had a whole conversation with her. I literally had a whole conversation with her, and then I went back to Kaylee's publicist. She's like, "You know what you're talking to?" I was like, "No, it's Pam Anderson."
That's funny. That's a great story. I
It
would.
was just the weirdest thing, man. But I will say, like, from the actors and actresses that we did meet, they're all like pretty down to earth. Kathy
Mhm.
Bates, Kathy Bates, super
Okay.
down to earth. A lot of people don't know at the end of the award shows, you have to wait for your cars, and the cars
Mm,
have to go through a certain security, right?
mm.
So you're in the
Oh.
back of like wherever you are, and all the actors are just waiting for cars, right? So Kathy Bates is standing there, and we introduce each other. And Kathy Bates says to Kaylee, "I know who you are. You're Kaylee fucking Reese." I was
Period.
like, "Yeah."
Oh,
I was like, "Wow, that's
Kathy, a real one, man.
yeah."
hell
I was
yeah.
like, "Wow, that's something else." That was
The
something
new
else.
Matlock
So,
just said that. Wow.
Mhm.
That's so cool.
I love Kathy. Kathy was on a funny show, not to tell too much about myself. Me and my brother used to have our little fun Fridays, and we used
okay,
to watch this show that Kathy was on Netflix called Disjointed,
okay.
where she worked in a dispensary. And that she is so fun. Oh my gosh, she is so funny on that show. Me and my brother had some fun times. I love Kathy Bates. I love
Yeah, it's honestly, man, like you're watching them on television, they're literally just standing next to you, and it's a little weird. It's weird. It's like weird. It's very strange. It was strange going away with Jodie Foster, but I guess this is the life now.
It is
Okay.
the life. Oh, from,
Yeah.
stinky
A dessert
gyms to
one.
tuxedos on a red carpet and back.
I did get a little enamored when The Rock came in with his daughter. I'm not gonna lie, because like
Oh, that's cool.
it
Oh.
was yeah,
Skinny
it was
Rock,
kind of
the skinny rock or the buff rock? Because now
buff
he's
rock.
like,
It was
okay.
Juicy Rock. It was juiced up.
Oh
Juicy
yeah,
rock.
because
Okay.
he's got a movie that's I'm gonna go screen that movie next week. The wrecking
The
something about
wrecking,
the
yeah.
MMA fighter. I'm going to see
Oh
that
yeah, yeah,
next
yeah.
week.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
which just so you guys know, we screened her and I. That we screened her the movie she has coming out, Mercy, that
Mhm.
comes out
Okay.
middle of January with Chris Pratt. Yo, it's good. It's
Oh,
really good. I'm not just
I
saying that because
believe
that's my
it.
wife and she can fight. It's good. Go see it. It's really a good movie. Keep you intrigued the entire time.
is it out in theaters or is it like on Netflix or
No,
Amazon?
it'll come out in theaters. It'll be out I think mid-January if I'm not mistaken. She would know better than I would, but it's really it's like it's a different movie. It's really good.
We
Oh,
want to host a screening with you guys, like in Vegas.
Let's
yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's get it.
We pitched
Let's
it
get
to
it.
Christy Martin the other day when we talked to her about her movie about Sydney Sweeney. And I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna ask, can we just host you like a domestic violence, because in the boxing space? And
Yeah.
I mean, and Kaylee, do you think Kaylee will ever do a movie about her own life? Like the struggles and like
great
everything
question.
and just from, I don't want to say Cinderella story because it's, Christy Martin would be the only, and Clarissa would be the only people I know that a movie was made about their life, unless there's
Right.
someone else. I'm not sure.
uh, Kaylee's life is a lot more interesting and deeper than a lot of people know, right? She worked as a bouncer at one point, and she was beaten up by a cop.
Oh,
Cop
Oh,
beat her up. So yeah, like when you guys get her on, she there's so like I don't want to use the old adage that there's more layers than an onion, but
mhm.
she has a lot, with her upbringing and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's a lot. It's a lot. It's like a lot to unpack. It would be an interesting movie. It'd be an interesting movie.
ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, we're gonna put
That
that in the
will,
stash to ask her
We-
about
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. For
Um,
sure. For
Okay.
sure.
Well, we took enough of your time. You know what? Tonight, watch the Dodger game because you are in enemy territory in Canada.
I
Eh?
am.
Mhm.
You
I am.
should
I
you
am.
should root for the
I'm a root for the
Dodgers.
Dodgers. You're right. I should
There
have
you go.
rooted for the Dodgers. You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you guys make sure you guys tune in October 30th. It is Thursday, right before, wait, when is Halloween? Yeah, it's
Halloween's Friday.
so your fight is October 30th on Top Rank Classic Boxing. You guys can find on Roku, Vizio, not even sure where else, but just
Watch it.
yeah. And because the titles, the WBA, WBO, and the WBC are up for grabs. Mary Spencer's title is up for grabs. Michaela Mayer is looking to dethrone Mary Spencer. Best of luck to you. Any final
Thank you.
words for everyone tuning in?
No, I just tune in, watch. It's going to be a really great fight. The undercard is actually going to be really good. They have really talented fighters out here. Eye the Tiger does a hell of a job developing talent. The whole card is going to be good if you have an opportunity to watch the whole card. And I just want to say to the both of you guys, man, just keep doing what you're doing. I love what you guys do for women's boxing and boxing in general. So I appreciate you. If nobody hasn't told you guys lately.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And
Well,
when we get together, I'm gonna cook.
yeah.
Hell yeah. I want gumbo.
I make that easy.
Okay, period. Okay, that's what I'm with it.
I want you to
Easy.
I want you to make me, it's like we're having a menu, the best Philly sandwich or Philly
Cheesesteak. You
Ooh,
want a
cheesesteak. Yeah,
cheesesteak? I got
cheesesteak.
you.
But there's Gino, like there's rivals of who's the best, but I want to taste yours. I don't like
Geno's and Pat's.
Geno's and Pat's are the best.
No, they're the
No, no.
commercial best.
There's
you
a what?
gotta go
Is
to the
it
hood spot.
is it was it D'Alessandro's and Jim's?
D'Alessandro's good too. Jim's is good, and then Phillips.
We going to Cohen's. We're
Yeah,
going to
right?
Cohen's.
I mean, what are we doing here? Let's go.
Yeah, we going to
We're
Cohen's.
gonna do a cooking show, and
Do
then
a
we're
whole
gonna
cooking
get
show.
yeah, that would be so fun
Right.
in Philly, and then we can go run the steps like Rocky.
Like everybody
Exactly. No, we gonna do a cooking show, and we gonna have Layla bring her spices, and we gonna do a whole collaborative thing.
does. Ooh, okay. Let's get it.
Now that would be kind of
Fun.
bomb. That would be
Oh,
bomb.
that would be fun, and all you
That'd
guys,
be dope.
yeah. Okay, well, we will let you go, but we appreciate you. Remember, October 30th, if you're in Montreal, Casino Montreal, go to the fight, Top Rank Classic of Mary Spencer versus Michaela Mayer. Best of luck to you, Brian Cohen. Thank you again for your time. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much, guys.
All right,
Take
guys.
care.
I'm
right.
Cynthia Conte.
And I'm Giandra LaBeouf.
Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Best Women's Boxing Show, period. See you guys at the fights. Bye, guys.
Bye.